Time to pick the eggplant here at the Adobe Ring Ranch. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Adobe Ring Ranch. So the eggplant one plant we have is doing fairly well. We have a number of fruits off our plant. The next 2 days the temperatures are supposed to be 100, 103, and I didn't want to take a chance leaving these fruits on the plants during those high temperatures. So I do have a couple of smaller size eggplants, but again, that's because I didn't want to take the chance and not get these eggplants. Sometimes when it gets a little too hot, this fruit would actually get a little bitter on us. So this morning before I watered, I had picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the eggplants, and I'm going to be I'd like to say whipping up eggplant parm, but eggplant parm is not something you whip up. It takes a while, and it's a big mess, which I don't like in the kitchen. But I will not be cooking the eggplant in the kitchen. I do not deep fry my eggplant. I don't like anything cooked in oil if I can help it. I will be breading it and actually cooking it on the outside grill. And I will be putting the parm together with a few extra tomato slices when I get inside. So for right now, I'm going to be peeling and slicing and flouring and egging and breadcrumbing. And once I get all that put together, I'll take you out to the grill and show you how I'm going to be grilling these eggplant slices. So stay with me. Okay, I decided to back it up a few steps just in case nobody has ever made the eggplant parm before. I'm just going to show you what I do. First off is I get 3 different components going here, and I like using a bigger bowl like this. It just cuts down on the mess, and I don't like a mess in the kitchen. Anyway, this one's got some flour in it. This one I have actually 3 eggs in this, and I did thin it out a little bit with a couple of squirts of water, and I just scrambled it up and put that in a like a baking dish. And then in the last bowl here, I've used some Italian styled breadcrumbs. It's already seasoned, so there's nothing I need to do with this. And then the only treatment would be for this eggplant is to cut the ends off and then peel it and then slice them into probably not quite a 1/4 of an inch thickness, a little bit less. If you make them a little too thick, then you're just gonna have to cook them up a few minutes longer, but no big deal. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your each individual slices, and I start off with a little flour dusting and knock it off. And then I'll dip it into the egg mixture. And then from here, I go back into the breaded breadcrumbs. And I just toss it over a few times. And then I'm putting them on a plate so that I can take that out to the grill when I'm ready to go. And don't forget, you need a garbage bowl. All your eggshells and all your peelings from your eggplants can go into your compost pile. So don't forget, keep a little trash bowl here and put all of your biodegradable stuff in there. So basically, I'm going to be going back and doing the same procedure. Give it a little dusting of flour, and then the egg, sort of like a glue to help the breadcrumb stick to the eggplant. And just dust that over a couple of times, and then give it a little shake off, and then again onto the bowl. So I try to use one hand only because as you can see, the breadcrumb and flour mixture does stick to the eggplant, but it also sticks to the tip of your finger. So I try to keep one hand clean in case I have to grab something. So let me get the rest of this eggplant all breaded up, and then I'll be taking you outside to the grill. Well, that was a lot of fun. Not. I don't like this breading stuff, but I had to use up the eggplant, so I do have one or two other recipes. I didn't have to go through this mess and dipping and getting stuff all over my fingers. But anyway, it's a done deal. I've got a big, huge plate, a lot more than I thought here, of eggplant all breaded. Big pile, actually. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, the grill has been cleaned, the grates, and I'm spraying it all down with nonstick cooking spray. And then I'm going to start the burners and keep it at a low temperature. And I'm going to start putting the eggplant slices on the actual grill, and keep an eye on it and not burn anything. So let me get this going, and I'll bring you along maybe halfway through the cooking time. All right, I got the grill going. We're holding steady, almost 350. So I'm going to keep an eye, make sure that doesn't get too much hotter. I'll just adjust the burners a little bit. And here are all the eggplants all laid out. Thank goodness I have a big grill, and I'm gonna need tongs in order to make sure that I can flip these over. We don't want them too burnt, like this one is starting to char a little bit, so I'm going to lower the heat on this side, and it looks to me like I'm going to have to lower the heat on this side too. So these were the first ones I put on, and yeah, that one got a little toasted there. The hardest part about this is trying to make sure you don't drop any of these eggplants through the grate. I've been known to lose a couple, so you need to focus on what you're doing, not go too fast, but you don't want them getting too dark like that. But when you add your tomato sauce and whatnot to the pan, it'll soften those up a little bit. But so the idea of it is to keep an eye and flip them over. They start to get soft, they're getting a little pliable. You don't want them too brown, just soft enough. See, I just lost one through the grate, so I should probably shut up and focus on what I'm doing here, and make sure I don't get too many charred or lose any eggplant, because I spent enough time breading and getting these going here. So let me keep up with these eggplants, and I'll be back when it comes time to construct the parm. Okay, so we've got them flipped over. Some are a little on the darker side than I would like, but other ones are looking pretty good. So they're nice, soft, pliable. The darker ones are a little more crunchy, But like I said, once you start adding the sauce and what have you to your layers, it'll absorb it and just be more pliable and a lot softer eggplant. So why am I doing this? Clint and I are not huge fans of fried foods, especially here in the desert. Eating fried foods, you just don't feel comfortable in this heat. So we would rather bake meats or vegetables or grill them like I am with this eggplant instead of deep frying them. Yes, I know if you get the oil temperature just right, the eggplant won't absorb as much oil. But with this amount, I was able to put all the eggplants on the grill at one time, where if you were frying them in a pan, you'd have to be doing them in batches, adding more oil, waiting for the temperature to rise, putting them on paper towels, making a big mess out of the stove, which again is not one of my fan favorites. So I've done this grilling on the eggplant couple of years back, and Clint and I both liked it, so we're gonna give it a go here at the Adobe Ring Ranch. Part indoor kitchen and part outdoor kitchen. So these are ready to go. I'm gonna pull them off, get them on a plate, and then I'm gonna bring them inside to the baking dish and adding my sauce and my cheese to the pot, and it'll be all set to go for bake time tomorrow night. I think we're going to eat this. All right, so let me pull these off the grill and get inside. All right, so we're back inside. I've got my eggplant all set. I've got the empty baking dish. I mixed up some tomato sauce with some seasonings like I always do for pasta night. Clint thought it would be a good idea if we layered some of the tomatoes in with the eggplants, and since we have so many tomatoes from the garden, I'm going to be layering tomatoes with the eggplants, and then the only other thing I'll be using is the mozzarella cheese. So at the bottom of the baking dish, I'm going to take a good ladle full of sauce and spread it out and get it covered. And then from there, I'll be adding a layer of eggplant and a layer of tomato, and then I'll be sprinkling on some of the mozzarella cheese. And I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, so I will be putting down the phone while I do this so I don't make a big mess in the kitchen. And once I get all the layers done, I'll be back. Okay, so the casserole dish is filled. We've got a couple of layers of eggplant, and I managed to squeeze in 2 layers of thinly sliced tomatoes. We did both red and yellow. And I got a couple of layers of the mozzarella cheese, and I covered the top with more mozzarella cheese, some more sauces underneath there, and I seasoned it with homegrown dried oregano and some basil as well. I'm going to be popping this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, and then it'll be all set to cool down, and pop it in the refrigerator for tomorrow night's dinner. Okay, so it's day 2, and it's dinner time, and the eggplant parm is heated up and ready for the Adobe Ring Ranch taste tester. He's all ready. This was Clint's idea for the eggplant parm, so hopefully it's going to be to his approval.
Let me taste some more.
Okay.
Yummy.
He needs another bite.
Another bite.
Not too bad.
Yummy. Very yummy.
Okay, so this is the grilled eggplant parm.
Very yummy.
Day number 2, where it just sat in the refrigerator overnight. Good stuff. All right. So you don't have to be deep frying your eggplant slices if you don't want to. throw them on the grill and grill them up and put them together that way. Definitely a healthier version, wouldn't you
Yes.
agree?
And yummy.
Okay, we're gonna let Clint eat in peace, and I've got my portion all ready to go. So that's a wrap on the eggplant parm. Stay tuned for the next video at the Adobe Ring Ranch.